Hey there, Andy Slawetsky from Industry Analysts. I am joined here today with Chelsey Bode from Pearson-Kelly dealership in Springfield, Missouri. How you doing today, Chelsey?
Oh, as good as one can expect. It's fun times.
Yeah, it is. What's happening in Springfield? How are you? How's your family? How's Pearson-Kelly? How's the community doing? What's happening down there?
Yeah, well, today is it's actually our official first day of lockdown. So we've got student-led homeschool going on upstairs, and then I'm trying to conduct business as normal here in the basement. So we are fortunate. We don't have any known cases of the virus at the office or within my family. Springfield itself, we've already had a few deaths. Unfortunately, I have about 16 documented cases at the moment. So glad to see that we had some mandates put in place. It's challenging, but it's necessary right now to hopefully get ahead of this spread.
So, what percent of your team, what percent of your company is working from home right now, working remotely?
Yeah, so we try to do eat what you cook. So we're big proponents of making sure that we're constantly practicing the same way that we're advising our clients to potentially practice. So we didn't have a huge ordeal. I think there's a handful that would beg to differ because they're not used to practicing that way based on their position or maybe generation. But we're pretty equipped with all the tools. And then we went ahead and sent about 95% of the workforce home last Friday. So it's been almost a solid, it'll be 2 weeks tomorrow that we've been practicing mobility. So the idea was, in case anything got real extreme, we had a few days to kind of figure out maybe where people didn't have internet, some things that we didn't maybe anticipate based on taking devices outside our own, environment and seeing what we were up against. Super thankful that we did that. And we've got about 5% a skeleton crew kind of doing a rotation on just the vital, installations, incoming, outgoing, inventory. But essentially, even we have our team all working remote with their soft phones and still answering calls and transitioning those just like they were sitting in their rooms.
So, the technology you're using to put everyone, help everyone be remote, is this stuff that you guys sell? Is this I know you're an IT company as well as a office equipment reseller. So are you using you're eating your own dog food like you kind of alluded to, or does it work?
Yeah.
Does it work?
I'm going to tell myself for a second. So we do sell hosted PBX. We also operate with that same technology. And so, yeah, it absolutely works. As far as kind of an eye-opener in my position, there were a lot of positions that I thought we were utilizing maybe that technology a little bit more soundly than what's been exposed. Essentially, you can have an application on your workstation, application on your phone, you're answering just like you were sitting in the office. So that's been phenomenal from the voice side. Office 365, that's where I'll title on myself. We did not have some of the security multi-factor automation components in place because there's a fine line between being secure and being able to work. So I flipped out once I sat through some webinar that I'm sure the office was mortified that I sat through that 60 minutes of
we're all learning. We're all learning, right? I mean, it's one thing to sell it, to install it, to help somebody else use it, but to actually use it to the degree that we're all using this technology now. I can tell you these videos, I've had a couple of oops, and we did have to redo one. I was very fortunate the person was nice enough to let me redo that. So, but we're all learning. We've had this technology around us for years, but we haven't been using it.
Exactly.
So you're still technically open. You're just working differently now. Supporting your customers. Are you prioritizing customers? I would imagine some of these front lines, the healthcare, some of the first responders. Is this something that, what are you doing to help keep them running and focused on what they need to be doing?
Yeah, so first and foremost, I think I've learned that what I would consider an essential business, like hair salon, boutiques, nail salons, things like that, the government does not count as essential. So, the majority of business that is open or allowed to be open with this lockdown, really kind of the bulk who cater to. So we really haven't, our service calls are down by about 50% at this point, and we to see that trend, job day to day. Supply fulfillment is down, but for the most part, we've tried to put measures in place to where dispatch is trying to pre-qualify with some questions, making sure that we're looking out for our employees' safety as much as we are client safety. Then we've changed, some sanitization, or we're sanitizing the devices before we're working on machines, after we're working on the machines, wearing gloves, just trying to be sensitive to business practices and our clients' offices too. So we're trying the best that we know how to practice business as usual, not canceling installations. If they're putting a service call out there, we're going on site and still supporting the people that need our help. We're also giving a little leeway to the people that we're asking to put themselves in the middle of those environments and letting them know if at any point in time they don't feel like it's a good investment of their help, we're going to side with our employees first.
What well, yeah, definitely keep everybody safe, right? How's your help desk been going? I'm thinking from what I've been hearing from other companies like you guys that that the help desk calls have substantially increased. Everybody seems to be handling it well, but that's where the action seems to be at the moment. How's it going for you guys?
Absolutely, we're saturated now. 50% of that is Mike Kelly, my father, that has been playing. As he's been video. Yes, but no. In all honesty, we have seen an uptick, an immense uptick, where people need us, and I think where I'm looking at this is a real opportunity. I think there's a lot of companies that should have been better equipped. Some our clients today, and their pain tolerance was pretty high. They just didn't really see the need to have a disaster or mobility plan in place if something like this occur. So I think that if we can get through, we're definitely saturated on the help desk and the IT side of things. I think we have a real opportunity to have a bigger voice there as we're trying to help people maybe not fall into the same type of pandemic moving forward.
Well, I mean, it's this technology that you and a lot of companies in our industry sell. It's not the first thing people think of. People tend to think of copiers, printers, things of that nature, or even just networking, general networking. The remote worker was something that we've all kind of danced around, supported a little bit, but it's become suddenly front and center of everybody's world, and trying to get these people set up and so that they can work properly. I can tell you, even back here, my wife, she's an educator, and she literally had to sit outside her school the other day trying to get on the Wi-Fi to get her files so that she could work and then drive home to work on them. So people aren't set up for this type of environment yet, and the companies like you are the ones who are facilitating that and helping them kind of make that leap and keep them all running, keep them all moving forward. So thank you for what you guys are doing. Anything else? Anything you want to share before we wrap up and call it a day?
Sure. Well, I think one of the things that I really recognize that we didn't anticipate is there's kind of two folds to this. One, are you equipped with the technology and the security side to be a mobile office? But also that's really half the game. Managing a mobile workforce is another part of the story. And I've been really proud of our team. We've done some things internally that just have made a lot of sense and have been extremely encouraging during this time of where it'd be easy to get negative and in your head. But it's really brought us together. We're looking at analytics to where our communication internally has really dropped on email, and we're using chat and things that studies will show are more impactful in communication anyway. And we're not telling people to go this way, but we're organically shifting in how we're communicating as an office. We also have taken time to really make sure that we have individual professional development plans in place. So each department head is doing a check-in with their team at 8 to 8:30 every single morning, video conferencing through Teams, getting kind of the same page with what we're going to be working on, projects, if there's dead time, things like that. And then we're doing a virtual happy hour as a company at 4:30 every single day.
Oh, where's my invite?
Yes, we're looking. We have some partners that want to get involved, so you might.
I would love to. Let me know at one of these. I'll join in.
That'd be cool. Yeah, it's been fun, and we've had phenomenal feedback. We have funny things like today. The theme sunglasses because it's 85 degrees outside. but we just do a round robin. I love it. Hey, I got to get a picture of that. It goes on. But yeah, so we all go around round robin and do one good thing, and just really try to focus on the positive during this time, and just remind ourselves that we're gonna do this and we're gonna be stronger when we come out of it. Oh, even better. Hey, now you're going back to your what was it, SDG meeting in Hawaii?
Maybe I'm still there.
Too soon.
Maybe I'm still there. All right, we got to have a little fun, right? This has been a long stretch for all of us, and it's not, we're nowhere near. We're probably still a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks out at least, and hopefully it won't last that long. Maybe it will. But it's great to see everybody pulling together. All the companies, all the, even competitors are getting together, and people are putting things aside and working hard for the, the big picture, and things like, that you guys are doing to keep those healthcare companies, those hospitals, able to focus on their day to day and the patients, rather than worrying about print and data and digital communications and things like that. It's just a great thing to see. And I wouldn't say that we're heroes, but we are definitely as an industry contributing and doing our part. So thank you for all that you guys are doing. I'll check in with you in a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks, and we'll see if there's any progress, how Pearson-Kelly is doing. Hopefully, we'll still have nobody that we all know with the virus, and yeah. Stay safe, Chelsey. It was great talking to you. Thanks so much for spending some time with me today.
Likewise. Thank you, Andy.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.